Hi everybody, Brad McCullough here, Advanced Technology Services. Today I want to talk a little bit about assessing your maintenance operation. We at ATS call it a factory maintenance assessment. I'm just going to go through and highlight the top areas of investigation that help you really understand what's going on in your business so you can build an improvement plan. So let's see what that looks like. The first thing we'd want to look at is your safety program and performance. Everything starts with safety. We'd really want to look at your observations, your safety training, the elements that really work to keep your workforce and your employees out on the floor safe. The second element we'd want to look at and dive into is really the workforce, your maintenance workforce and the extended workforce. So that would be the leadership of the workforce, your maintenance team, the technician, the planning and scheduling and reliability, and even some operator-driven reliability efforts, as well as how you manage contractors. Taking a deep dive in this area really helps you understand how you attract, train, and retain the workforce that's important to you. The next area we'd look at is processes. Processes are really how we get work done out on the floor. They range from reactive work processes to work order processes, proactive, predictive, even how we get spare parts in and out of the crib and how we decide what parts we put on the shelf and what parts we don't. Next category is tools and equipment. This is anything from hand tools to specialty tools to even your CMMS and how you use it, open and closing work orders. So a deep dive into this and make sure that your people have the tools they need to get the job done is important. It can be mobile equipment, as well as even a little machine shop in the maintenance area to build parts or make adjustments. So a deep dive into making sure that your people have what they need to get the job done is really important also. Another key element that's absolutely crucial is spare parts and materials. You can put the best maintenance team on the planet out on the floor, and without good logistics support, they won't be successful. Looking at how we manage the spare parts, how we distribute the spare parts, where we stock them, do we have point of use materials out on the floor, and repairable parts. How do we manage repairable parts? Do we get them repaired? Do we get them calibrated? And when we send a part out, a repairable part out on the floor, how do we make sure we get the core back? So there's a lot of processes around spare parts and how they move in and out of the plant to make sure that, that the team can be successful out on the floor. The other thing that's interesting is repair versus new parts. You can get parts repaired with warranties for about 60% of new. So look and see if there's elements in that area where you can save money, as well as the purchasing side of things, and are we buying for reliability or are we just buying on the cheap? All very important aspects of your maintenance. The next area to look at is documentation. You know, do you have a library? Is it electronic? Where are the documentation for all the equipment? How do you document changes out on the floor? And even in this category, we even look at how do we back up software and how do we make sure that the assets are protected out on the floor. So there's a lot that goes into documentation to make sure that we have the information that we need and that we can share with the maintenance team and the other appropriate people so they can get their work done effectively and efficiently. This last category I'm going to touch on is called organizational alignment. And what this means is the leadership of the maintenance organization and the maintenance program, are they aligned with the needs of the business? Are they aligned with production? Do they have the right criticality set up? Are they focusing on the right things? And this is really where we measure the performance of the assets, the maintenance team, and at a minimum monthly, we sit down and we go through our measurements and our charts and make sure that the efforts that the maintenance program and maintenance team is putting forth are really aligned with the needs of the business. Very important that we're completely aligned. Now in each of these categories, there's subcategories, and we'll talk about those in later videos. And I really like to use the 0 through 5 scoring method. You know, 0, a function doesn't exist. 1, it's in dire need of help. 2, it needs improved. 3, it's okay. 4, it's a strength of the maintenance system. And 5, it's best in class. So when we put all this together, after gathering all the deliverables, we've got enough information that we can actually really craft a plan forward and put a good maintenance improvement plan. So I look forward to talking to you more. I hope you have a good day and hope this helps. More to come on each of these categories.